Okay, I'm gonna start class for today, which is May 4th. Okay, first thing first, the last day of this class, also the last day everybody should come here is May 16th. So everybody need to be here and present your project to everybody else, so you can see your idea. So that is a requirement, okay, guys, no joking. And also, as I mentioned to you again, even if you finish everything already, you still need to show up. Okay, you can do your final project in this class. You can do other stuff because we finished our required content a week ago, right? Actually, more than a week ago. So at this point, a lot of people just you guys, I don't know, do whatever you want. So I don't mind, because as I mentioned at the beginning of the semester, the chapter 8 is not required. So which means if you want, you can do the chapter 8. If you don't want, that is fine. So like this semester and next semester, I'm going to leave the chapter 8 as the optional. I know, actually, yeah, I know that this chapter 8 does take a lot of time. This is I have used 2 classes, which is over 4 hours to do the chapters 4, and I guess I probably need another 2 classes to finish up. But you know what? So I need to finish chapter 8 so I can know how many classes I need to cover this chapter 8, so I can adjust the speed next semester. So maybe next semester I can make it maybe chapter 2, chapter 3 faster, and I have extra time on chapter 8. But you know what? You can do whatever you want. So I'm going to keep teaching. If you want to follow me, you can follow me. If you don't want to follow me, that's fine. You can just do the final project. The reason I try to keep up, to finish up the chapter 8 is I want to know how many classes I need to finish the chapter 8. So in the future, I can, if I want to add this content inside of my requirement, I can know how I'm going to arrange time. Because in the past, we always leave the chapter 8 as optional. So I stop at 7 and I use the last 2 weeks as just hands-on work. But now, since we have plenty of time, so I was thinking maybe, and not just this semester, actually previously, it's also some people finish everything in the early of April. So I was thinking, I'm thinking to make it as required for the last 2 years. But last 2 years, like everybody is remote. So this is the first time we go back to campus ever since 2020. And this is the first time I run face-to-face class since spring 2020. So I'm gonna try to see that. So some of you guys might work on your final project. Okay, so if you want to keep on working on your final project, you can still work on your final project. Okay, because this is chapter 8 is optional. So if you don't want to follow me, that's fine. So I know at least 60% of students not follow me. That's fine. Okay, as I said, it is just I just want to know how much classes I need to use to finish up chapter 8. That's all. So I'm gonna use today's class, and maybe if I can, I'm gonna use it next Monday also. Hopefully next Monday should finish. But still, everybody needs to show up. Even if you finish everything, all the requirement early, you still need to show up, okay? Because this is a face-to-face class, you're required to be here. Like I'm required to be here also. Now, if I'm sick or something, I have the, absent, I have to, take the sick leave or something. So you need to also come here on time for every day. If you're doing something else, I don't mind. As long as you behave, as long as you do something related to the programming, that's fine. Okay, so I'm fully open-minded. Okay, so far, I have received 4 submission of your final project. And keep in mind, your final project, if you want to have A from your final project, you should be here on Monday, May 16th. And also I told you guys, because of this, because everybody have to give me the presentation on May 16th, I even delay my jury duty. So in the future, I know if you guys say like you want to go to have the jury duties, you can make the other decisions, because you can always apply to defer. Okay, that's very easy. Just have to fill out form. So in the future, I might not run it as an absence. And no matter what, let's start today's class. Oh, also one more thing is, since last Monday, I think you received email from school. You will receive email about course evaluation from RCC email system. So every semester we are required to have the course evaluation for every single class. Now you shouldn't receive the link. You can do, I think the link, you can have a link for every classes you take this semester. And also they are in the email system. It's from the email system, and also you can do that on banner, but I'm not sure. Okay, so please help me to submit, to finish the survey. So on Monday, I received a letter from the course evaluation department, and it says only 3 people from this class finished. If I have less than 6 people, that is then the course will be invalid. The course evaluation will be invalid. So please help me spend some time to finish up the course evaluation by May 9th. What is May 9th? That's Monday. Oh, that's May 9th. Yes. So I'm gonna keep reminding you on Monday again. Okay, for the course evaluation, please spend some time to do that. Okay. Also, Peter, please do the course evaluation for me, because I do have, because you're taking 2 classes. So you didn't.
Yeah, I think I did both of them.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Because seriously, for the past 2 years, most of my classes has invalid course evaluation because of lack of students. If I only have 3 or 4 people evaluate me, that is like an invalid input, which is not good. Okay. But anyway, now, as I mentioned to you, if you want to keep doing your own stuff, that's fine. If you want to do your final project, that's fine. But I'm gonna have to. I want to see how many times I have to spend on this chapter 8. And also, it's good to know the array, because in the future, when you study other languages, you will have to know array. Right, Peter? If you learn the Java, you have to learn array. Now, array list, the same idea. Okay. So in this class, some student took the other language before. If you took other language before, all the content I speak today, in the last 2 classes, actually it's quite useful. Okay, but it's up to you, because you can either use today's class as doing the homework, or doing the homework 7. Oh, homework 7 is due like last. Oh, homework 7 is due was due on Sunday. So either do the final project, or you can listen to my lecture. Okay, even if you don't do the hands-on work, once you listen to my lecture, you can have a better idea to help you prepare for the CSP 150 or CSP 151. CSP 150 is Python, which is required for the CIS degree and the CS degree. Okay, what is wrong? And also, by the way, we have updated our computer science degree and also CIS degree. Mine. Okay. Oh, okay. Now it's good. First of all, it's almost time for you to register for the 4th semester. Okay. Now it's already, in the springs, in the summer, we have 3 classes for CSP. One is 130, CS 130, which is probably the easiest class in the computer study. Okay, you just learn computer and society. Then we have CSP 149, which is the HTML. So I'm going to teach HTML on June and July. We meet every Monday and Wednesday from 9 to 12:40. So I will run exactly the same as this one. Okay, so we're going to cover 8 chapters, and I will offer you the midterm project and then the final project. Okay, hopefully I can have provide an rubric for you. And for my HTML classes, I will just let you build a website from scratch. Whatever website, like whatever interests you, like the gaming website or whatever. Oh, so I believe soon the 4th semester registration will start. So for your information, we have a new updated CIS degree and also the new computer science degree. So for the CIS degree, I'm going to open that, and also I'm going to open the computer science degree also. Okay. we make some changes about CIS degree. Okay. For the CIS degree, as you can see here, one thing we change is because the reason I have to mention this this one, because in yesterday, one of my students tell my other student that they can take the Python class from the cybersecurity, which is good class. But unfortunately, from now on, you should not take the Python class from the CYB, okay? Because we have our own required Python class. So if you want to stay in CIS or computer science, the only Python class you take is CSP 150, okay? Which is the CSP 150, which is computer science 1. That is the Python for our computer degree. So, in the past, we allowed you to take the Python from CYB 130. From now on, you cannot. Okay, so you're not supposed to register for the Python from the cyber. If you say you take it, okay, unfortunately, if you already took the class, it will not fit into the degree sheet. Okay, that will be waste of your time. Okay, so first of all, they have the different content. Okay, because in programmer, computer programming, we need to do the coding part. We need to do the coding from scratch, like you do the Visual Basic. Okay, you really cannot just make multiple choice questions or something. Anyway, so we have our required class. So if you don't want to waste your tuition fee, then the only Python class you take will be CSP 150. Okay, I want to keep in mind. Do not take the CYB 113. If you take the other class, the other Python class, it will not fit into your degree sheet, and it is gonna waste your money. Okay, so I want to make it very clear. And also, if you need help for registration for next semester, you can talk to me. I can advise you to take the classes for you. For next semester. Okay, keep in mind the only Python class, because it's confusing. We have 2 Python class in RCC. One Python class is for cybersecurity student. One class is for our computer student. So previously we allowed, but now we change the policy. You're not supposed to take that class. The only class you take is this CSP 150. Okay, keep in mind. If you take the CYB 113, it will not fit into the degree sheet. Okay. Not even the election, because that is not good. Okay, the other one is we do have a math and a computer science degree. This is you can see this math and computer science degree right here, which is also suggest you take the one CSP 150. So CSP 150 is required for both degree, and you can take both English 101 and English 102. And for if you study computer science, you have to take the discrete math. Okay, that is very interesting. Discrete math is just like logic. Okay, so that is one thing. So you can start to go to the banner to look at your next semester schedule in the 4th semester. If you need help, so I can help you to pick up courses. Okay, make sure you go to the RCC website to look at the degree sheet, which is very important. Okay, don't choose the wrong course. If you choose the wrong course, you're wasting money, because I do have quite a few students. They went to an advancement center and they got advice from there. But somehow they took some classes which is useless. So instead of 63 credit or 64 credit you can finish, sometimes they take like over 70 credit, because they take some classes which is not fitting to the degree sheet. Okay, so you can always check the computer science degree. Okay, computer information system. There's two degree. Okay, 2 separate degree. One is computer information science system. The other is computer science track. Okay. So you can take a look at this. Now let's start this class. Okay, so 2 things: registration for summer and fall, and also please help me to finish my course evaluation. And also, actually, 3rd thing is for the next 2 classes, you can just use that as a hands-on work if you don't want to listen to me. Oh, another thing is, some of you guys maybe have bad attendance. Now, if you have bad attendance, you can do the project 7 to boost your grade up, because I will take points from you if you absent more than 2 times. You're allowed to have 2 absence, but if you have more than 2 absence 3 times, 4 times, I take 1 from you. Then you have to do the chapter 8. Okay. So we have this. Now, so let's start. So I'm gonna also talk about the start from the slides first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I only have 10 students in today's class. I don't know why. It's less and less. So 4 people just stay home. Okay, unfortunately, those 4 people, whoever, if you should, huh?
There's more than 10 at least.
Oh, who didn't sign? And someone
Peter, did you sign the paper? Yep.
who didn't sign? Okay.
Did
Okay.
you sign the paper, John? Yeah.
Oh, Lucas didn't sign.
I was the first one to find it.
Yeah, I signed it.
I'm glad to know that you guys are here. Otherwise, I just say, okay, so which means like 1/3 of class not here. Actually, it is because these 2 people, they belong to the online class, so should not count. So, you know,
I resent my final project. It's actually done now.
oh, thank you, thank you,
The second one is the-
thank you. Thank you. And also, by the way, for next semester, most of the CSP classes are face-to-face. So if you like face-to-face, that's good news. But we still will keep some classes online or remote. Okay. For the summer classes, it will always be remote. So we meet on Zoom. Okay. Actually, I like Zoom. You know, Zoom is good. Okay, so let's start. Okay. So last time I'm gonna spend a few minutes. I mean, to talk about this PowerPoint. Okay, summarize the content to help you understand the coding part. And I checked this very long coding part. That's why I said probably I cannot finish today and on Monday, maybe next Monday. Okay, but I'm gonna just, you know, try to see. I want to see how much classes I need to cover this chapter, so I can have a better planning if I want to include this. Now, for each is one of important loop we learn. So in the future, if you want process every single element in your collection, then you use for each. Okay, for each is one of best loop to help you process every single element. So you can see if I say every single element, that means you cannot just process 1 element or 2 elements. It's all the element for each, because automatically they will start from index 0 to the index n. So the thing is, you don't have to worry about index. The system will automatically update index number. That is the beauty of the for each. So for each we always use to access or process the collection. Okay, as we know, we have for all the languages, they always have a collection idea, because in our everyday real life, we have collection idea, right? Look at your backpack. There's a collection of books, or collection of water bottle, a collection of pencils, right? We have collections everywhere. Some people, you might have collection of video games, books. So the collection, that is why we always have collection idea in every high level language, like for each, for, do while, do until, you know, this. But the best one we use, the easiest one is for each, because for the other looping, you have to consider, you're gonna have to update the index by yourself inside the loop body. But for each, it automatically. For each element in this collection, we do this body, and then we go to next. Okay, that is for loop, for each. You're gonna see that in your CSP 127 and also in CSP 152. Now, this is for each, as you can see here, in the line 103. Can I make this one bigger? Yeah, Yeah, this one, as you can see in the line 103, this line, for each string pioneer for each element in this collection, okay? The string pioneer we define as a local variable to help us control loop. So you can see dimension string pioneer as a string because its collection, every element is a string type. So for each string element in this collection, we add it. Okay, this is the action, the loop body. Next, which means if I see next, I go back to the for each again. So by doing that, it's keep looping automatically from the first element until the next element. Next one, the scope of array. A scope of array is like where can you see, where can you use this array? So the scope is wherever you declare inside of the procedure. Okay. You can define the array inside of a procedure or function itself, or you can declare as a class field. Either way is fine. But keep in mind, to make a user-friendly code, if we declare a class level variable, we start with underline. So if you see underline, that means that is a class field. So if I'm in Java, I call that as a field. Okay. See, private underline int life of item, private underline int size of array. Now keep in mind, we do not want name a variable, a function with a single letter. You want to provide a meaningful name, and a lot of time you want to have multiple words together. And here you start from the second word. Every word is like first letter uppercase. Same thing as in Java and Python. Okay. But if you say you insist to name a A, B, C, D, the function will work just right, okay? Because compiler really don't care, but who cares? User cares, okay? And we can pass array here. You can pass array by value, and you can pass array by reference. You can use array as a regular variable, which actually is not regular variable, that's a collection of variables. But we can use that like by reference, by value. Okay. At this point, as you can see here, where are we? As you can see, decimal value of commission parenthesis. If you see that, that is array, because you see the parenthesis inside of here. That is by value. This one, change value, which is right here. Okay. So this one is array. Okay, I like this PowerPoint. It's just very good. I help you to select the area. Now we have sort array. Now, even though we did not cover this one inside of a project, but it's good to know. For all the array, all the collections, they have multiple building functions to available function to let you use. Okay, some of is most likely for other languages, same idea. So if you handle collections, you will have those functions available. So you do not have to worry about how to write a sort function, how to write a data length function. It's available for you. You just have to borrow to use. So here you can use a procedure called sort. So that is already available for you. Okay. So you can sort. You can say this array dot sort. So it automatically will sort the value from small to large, and from small to large to big. This is the existing code. So someone else already write and put inside of the library. So we can sort the array, as you can see here. Wait. So too small here. Wait. Okay, so this one, see array dot sort, array name. Okay, so you can see here, coding example, dimension int age as is integer, and if I do array dot sort int age, then it automatically rearrange. Okay, so array dot sort. Okay, then you have the array name should be inside. Okay, so you can see it automatically. When you do that, the value will start from small to large. So that is a building function. You don't have to worry about how to write it. Okay, you just borrow and use the system available. So when we do the input and output to our existing outside file, we also use the existing function to help us to do that. So which you don't have to know. So what is the inside of array.sort? You don't have to know. It's already there. So it automatically rearrange the array for you. Now search array. Now here it give you ideas of binary search. So in the future, if you study computer science, you're gonna learn a very interesting, very important course called data structure, data algorithm. Okay, even if you don't take the class here, you're gonna take the class for your bachelor degree somewhere else. Okay, so if we want to search an item from a collection, the basic skills is you do the sequential search. What is sequential search? You search from first one, you see is the first element match. If not, I go to the next element, then I go to the next element. So it's sequence search. So if I have a large amount of element in my collection, I might take a while to find the match. Now we have a better solution. It's called binary search. Okay, you're gonna learn that in other classes also. This is a very important idea. How to make like how to optimize and short the time. That is our concern. And this is the one of basic one because we do have something more. We can combine some search. But this is the first time you see this as an algorithm. So if we have a huge collection, so in order to find this match element, besides sequence, take one-to-one, you can cut in half, called binary search. So you can maybe search the first half. Then, if you don't think it's this is within this first half, but it's not within the, you do not want to like do the sequence search on the first part, you can still keep dividing into half. Okay, then it will shorter time. So maybe instead of the search, suppose if I have a 100 element, I cut in half, I have a 50 first and a 50 after, right? Then within 50, I start to cut this again into half, 25, 25. So if I'm lucky enough, maybe I can just search within this 25 element. Or maybe even like cut 25 element into half, which is 12 and 13. Which definitely make your life searching much shorter. Okay, but still it's not one of best because we can have a better one. Okay, this is only one algorithm. So you're gonna learn that in CSP. What's the name of that? CSP 211. Okay, CSP 211. We can also create two-dimensional array. Okay, this very useful also, and two-dimensional array from a matrix idea and also from table idea, because seriously everything are from math. So you can see some of the computer scientists, they are mathematicians, like they're very good at math, and also a lot of schools, they are math and computer science in the same department because they are related. Okay, so as you can see here, if I want to create a table or create a matrix, I probably should have a 2-dimension, and also sometimes I can have three dimension. Okay, but 3 dimension it is probably too complicated for you. So you can think about 2 dimensions. So dimension interval 2, 3. The first one is how many rows. The second one is how many columns. Okay, so 2, 3 is 2 times 3 matrix or 2 times 3 table. You can have a 6 element. Now for this, right here, it's actually not. As you can see, we start from 0, so it's 3 times 4, 12 element right here. So we have this one is a little bit challenged. So we are not most likely in RCC. Now, even if you learn other languages, we not consider this. Okay. So for 1 dimension, you use 1 loop. So if you handle 2 dimensions, you're gonna have to use 2 loops. So as you can see here, wait a second. See, now if you use 2 dimensions, then you're gonna have to use 2 loops. Okay, and how do we define the 2-dimension loop? Use this is small parenthesis here. This is group 35, 34. That is 1 row. That's the other one is the other row, etc. So you can list up. Okay. The next one is the file handling. Okay, So you can see to process data more efficiently, many developers use the text files to store and access information to use within application. So C++, Java, Python, all will need you to do the file handling, which is you input data from a file and also you output your data to a file. Okay, you write your result to a file. Okay. So the text file has .txt extension. Same thing, you know, in other languages, we prefer to have .txt extension. A simple text file is called a sequential file. As sequence, you read it as sequence. Okay. Now, in order to have a file handling, we have to borrow the existing function in our library. As you can see here, to open the text file, you have the object available, the system.io and the stream. Okay, wait a second. So I'm gonna make it bigger to see. So you can see, first of all, you define this object reader as io.streamReader. That is a variable to help you to access the stream IO. What is IO? Input and output. Okay. So we use that. As you can see, we're gonna have the exact same code in our, you know what, the project. So once I finish the file handling, we can type coding into our project. Seriously, everybody can type coding, but do you understand what's inside? So if you want to access or you want to write your output to your existing TXT file, data files, then you have to use the IO stream, io.streamReader. Then as you can see here, if IO, what is IO? Input output. io.file.exist. And we have this the path. Where does this one exist? In the E drive, but in your file, it should be your data file folder. And equal to true, which is there. Okay, we do have this data file available. Then obj reading, object readers, equal to the io.openText. So this io.file.openText is also an existing file. Okay, so you know, this is just like in your Java, it's like system.out.println, or in C++ cout, or in Python print. So this is an existing file in your library, which you just borrow to use. So if you want to handle input and output, that's what you should do. Okay, io.file.openText. We open this from this location, open these files from location. And then if we do not, we have a message box and we close this file. And then this one is read the line. Read the line, read, we open the text, open text, then we have read the line. This is also an existing function from IO file. So we're gonna read from this file. Okay. Whatever we read, we're gonna save on into the string. Okay. String inventory item. So in this item, so we have how many index number right here, int count. Okay. So this is a read. So you can read and write to your file. You need existing file, existing functions are inside of your io.file or .openText .read line. Okay. So obj is the open text and .read line. So read this line. Oh, wait a second, right here, you can see. So do while, as long as its dot pick is not equal to -1, which is not end. As long as it's not the end, then we keep reading. As you can see, string inventory item int count equal to object read dot read line. Okay, we keep reading that until we reach to the end. Okay, then again, see, read the line again. So read one line, read another line to different array. Then the next one should be the numbers. So actually, to better understand this one, I should show you the file. So I'm gonna have to show you the file so you can understand this better. Now we go to the document. Always document right here. Chapter 8. So the inventory. So this is the inventory file. So the pointer of the sales register, and we have these numbers 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 elements. This is the first part of code. Then this is another part of code outside the signal, and this one another one. So basically, every 4 numbers as one group, you're gonna process as one group. Okay, so you can see once you see that, probably it helps you understand the code better. So now back to here. Right here. Okay. So we have, so you read it, you have four things as one group. So you read this one, you read another one, read another one, you read another one. See here? So you have 4 things as a group. So if it's string, you read the lines, put it inside. If it's numbers, then you convert to either decimals and to the integers. So that is you read the 4 items, because 4 items inside of a text is a group. So you do that. And then after you finish all readings, you do this obj reader.close. You close the reading, close the file. Okay, that is this, as you can see here. So before you do your reading, you have to know in this existing files how many data is within one group, so you can know. So when we look at the TXT file, we know each 4 numbers as one group. Or each actually not numbers, because some of them numbers, some of them are strings. So each 4 data as one group. So you can see in order to read a text file, say open the code window to click the view code button in the Solution Explorer. Then we click inside this event. We can initialize a variable, assign object variable in this, which is string reader. Then we initialize the string reader object by type this one. We define this is like a temporary variable to help you access the IO dot file. Okay. Then verify that event dot. We verify that inventory TXT file is available by typing if IO open the IntelliSense window, complete the rest of this. Just actually this slide just tell you. Okay, so you're gonna have to type the code inside your file. Then we select the file by typing the period and select the open text from the IntelliSense type. We type the path to access the inventory from USB drive, but you don't have to do the USB drive. You just put it somewhere easy for you to access. So if I want, I can have this. Either I should put this data into, not either, I should. The best way is I put it in the same path. So when you zip it, I can access it directly. To read each line of the text file, insert a do while. I'll continue on the pick procedure, return the -1. So we know we reach every element, we reach the end of the file. So which is just the mention about data code. Now after the data file read, we close this, dot close. That is how we read. So you can see we use object reader dot close to close the file. But also if no file are available, we read it. So this is to read the file. Now how to write it? Okay, now we're gonna do one more thing about writing because it is important. Okay, so in the chapter 8, the most important part is array idea. For each, write to the file and read the file. So we talk about the rest of it. This is the last topic. Write to a text file. Again, if you want to write your result to the existing TXT file, you still have to use the library function. Okay, you still have to borrow library function to use. So system.io. So in the future, most of the languages, as long as they handle the input and output, it's always borrowed from outside. Okay, So the system.io namespace also includes the stream writer used to write a stream of text to a file. So we use this existing system.io. Okay, from the file. So we write a text file similar to read a file, which also you need to use all these existing file functions. The system.io namespace also includes stream writer, which used to write a stream of text to a file. As you can see here, how do we write it? I'm going to make it bigger so you can see here. We have here, actually, as you can see, first of all, you have to define a variable, object writer. Use an object, a variable to help you right here. Dim object writer as new. I have a new one. io.stream writer. So you borrow from the library and to this, this file. Okay. For this project, you use e-dot, but e comma this. But for us, we're gonna have our own files. But if you want to write this home chapter 8, I can. No, you don't have to really worry about this part because maybe I'm gonna figure out. Like, you better just put it inside of your zip file. That's be easy. Okay, for int count equal to 0 to the maximum number, which is name.length -1. As you can see here, you use 2 input box, get input from user, enter your name, and enter the password. Then if io.file exists, so are we going to have this file ready or not? If it's ready, exists to return true. If it's not ready, we return false. Then we use objwriter.writeLine. Because previously is what? Previously it was what is that? If I read, I was open text and the read line. Now it's write line, but they are existing file. I mean existing function. You don't just have to borrow and use. Exactly what is inside, you don't have to know. I don't have to know. I just borrow and use. Okay, that is the beauty of the library. So obj writer, you define this variable obj writer, and on this variable, I link this variable. It's a special variable. Why? Because when we define it, I use as new io.stream writer. Because of that, I can just do object writer dot write line. Okay, I can write the result to my file, stream custom name, and this one. Else, if it does not exist, if I don't have this file, then I will have message box and I close. And in the end, obj writer dot close. Okay, so it's just like the read, write, same idea. So when you handle read and write, now you just have to declare object to help you. Okay. See, all special objects, they are not just regular objects, not just int or string. The regular objects which match from the IO stream. Okay, IO.stream writer. The previous one was wait a second. As you can see here, IO.stream reader. So dim object reader as IO stream reader. So the one we are just saying was writer. Right. So that is writer file. So now I'm going to stop it here. So that is the most important content of whole chapter 5. Now, there are some leftover content for the PowerPoint. You can search, but I finished the most important of the idea on chapter 8. So we do the coding part. We just have to type coding. So right now it's 11:55. So as I told you, I might not finish today. So I'm gonna finish up today and on Monday because the most important content I have covered everything. Okay, so if you listen to me, even if you only spend 5 minutes to listen to me, I hope it's benefit your future study. So everything I talk about since last month, everything I talk about since last Wednesday, I hope I can help you to learn your Python and Java better. Okay. I'm gonna start open the class. So we're gonna open the file, my desktop. So I'm all the PowerPoint online on the chapter 8 folder, so it's optional. So last time, okay, a second, I'll share my screen. So last time we defined the class variables, right? We have so many. Now we have to do the code the form depreciation load event. So in order to do that, load event, actually this one tells you how to do that. Depreciation. Double click the form. So you have this one, form depreciation load. So you go back to the user interface. You can just go back to the user interface, click the form outside. So it will pop up this. Also, by the way, now this one is optional, but if you absent a lot, probably should just take this as to boost your grade. For some students, I haven't seen for a while. So if for people who haven't been here for the last few weeks, when you see my videos, please know your grade will be affected. So you probably have no chance to get an A from this class. So we have this one is the form depreciation load event, raise the inventory. So basically, for the coding part, we just utilize the idea. We just see how to read, how to write, how to access every element in our array. Actually, there's a lot of content. If I have to use 5 classes for this chapter 8, so I might have to keep this as optional in the future. Because it's a lot of content. There's a form of depreciation load event reads the inventory text file and fills the list box object with the inventory items. Now we're gonna initialize the instance. Initialize an instance of the stream reader. So which means you're gonna have to declare a variable, right? You declare a variable as a stream reader. IO.stream reader. Object and declare variables. So, in order to access the input and output, we have to define the object, a different object to help us. So you can see here. Right after that, we have a DIM object reader. So later on, you have to do object writer, right? So as IO dot stream reader. So right here, as you can see here, IntelliSense tell you that is one of this. So you declare object which link to the writing function in your IO stream. So you can use a dot read line, read next line, open text. Okay. So that is one thing you should do. Dim string location and name, sorry, and lowercase m. Name of file as string. So this is a long name. We define this very long name. So if you have a long name later on when you type it, you have to be careful because if you misspell one letter and one character, you have the issue. As string equal to now under the double quotation mark, that will be the path. So where is this file? So we're gonna check where is this file. This file. So right here. Do I have this one here? No, I don't have it. So where is this file? I have to find inside of my data file folder. So right here, this is one. I copy, click copy, and paste into my desktop this file. Make them in the same folder. Or if you want, you can just make it as in your USB drive. That's fine. Also, I'm just putting it right here. Oh, that is a very long one. Okay, that path will be very long. So I'm gonna put a place which is short. And that is why it live in the USB drive. Otherwise, you see the path is super long. That is the path you're supposed to write. So what I can do make our life easier, I'll just put it under the C drive. I'm gonna put it right here. Okay. You need to provide, oh, I have to have the permission. Oh. Oh, wait a second. Well, that is saying about my computer. My computer is not really my computer. It's the school computer. So I cannot do that. I want to make my path shorter. So can I do the desktop part? Yes, I put it right here. So it's what is the path of desktop? C desktop? How to do that? Oh, I guess the only way I do it will be I put it on my USB drive. Here's my USB drive. Okay, no, but if it's in your own computer, it's easy to just put on your C drive. Okay. C drive, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna have to put. I don't have my USB drive. I should have USB drive somewhere. Just you put it in somewhere easy your path because right here it should be the path of that. If I don't have my USB drive, that's it. Yeah. Okay, or if you want, just type as D drive, and we can do that on Wednesday when I have the USB drive. I remember I put it somewhere here. Guess I don't. Okay. I don't have that. I don't have my USB drive. I didn't know that even for this file, I have to have a permission. So I'm gonna just type as the book tell you, but I'm gonna bring my USB drive here on Wednesday so we can modify the path. So your path should be exactly where's the location, where's your inventory file here. Okay. So I want to make it short. Okay. So I believe you have your own computer, so you don't need any permission to do that, right? Just copy it to there, and you can just do that. I'm just type the exact same code as the book tell you, but I'm going to modify this. So you put it in your USB drive in the inventory .text. But where's my desktop location? Should I say C drive desktop user? Right. Okay. So it's a C, my name. Oh, it's too complicated. That's okay. Now I understand why they put it in the USB drive, because only if you put it in your USB drive, your path will be short. Okay. So, but if you want to have a long path name, that's fine. So we have this one, tell you where is the location. That, so string location as name of file, that is this one. Then we define, what is it? Int count as integer equal to 0. Start from 0. Then dim int file fill as integer. So int fill, and we have a string file arrow. String file arrow as string now equal to the file is not available, and the restart is a mess. That is like when you check file io.file exists inventory. If it's not exist, then you have this error message on your message box. So that's the thing. Okay. Wait a second, I'm waiting right here. So I might have to talk to the IT person. Now, even for this small copy and paste, it doesn't allow me to modify. That's ridiculous. Okay, so we have that. So we're gonna start. So it's ready for you to get input from user. So we're gonna start. Yeah. But you do know we have later on we do need to put this inventory.txt in the D drive. Okay, so we're gonna type the code if else statement to make it just the exact same as in the PowerPoint. If it exists, then we can read. Okay, we use a loop to read every single line. 4 data is one group, so when inside of the loop you have 4 lines. So you can see now verify the file exists. If so, we're calling this io.file.exist. Is this file exist? io.file exist. This is file location. So where is it located? Right here. There's a string location name file. So you can just copy and paste inside. Control C, Control V right here. Then we can start reading. Object reader. The object reader. We're equal to, as you can see, it's calling an existing function to help us to do the input and output. So io dot file dot open text. Okay. Open text. You can use the IntelliSense open text. So we can start to open the file. Then in a do while loop, we can process, this 4 data, because according to the txt file, they are, this. So string location file. So we're going to just Control V. That is string location of the files. So this match this match this. Okay. So string location name and the files. So this is ready. So you open the file, open text. So io.file.open text. In the future when you do the coding in your work, then you're gonna have to just maybe Google or maybe even in the future, if you always handle that, then you just remember io.file. If you don't remember, just search online. You can always find the information on internet. The next part is read the file line by line until the file is complete. So if this file exists, and then if this file, then we open that, then after we open that, we're gonna use this loop to read lines. There's a function called read line, object reader dot read line. So we're gonna do that. Do while object reader dot pick not equal to -1. That means, you know, if we reach the bottom of the file, then dot pick will equal to -1. That is why, as long as I do not reach the end line of this data, you know, because I'm reading from this data file. As long as I'm not reach the bottom of this file, I'll keep doing that. Okay. Then we have string inventory item. So you can use it IntelliSense. And then we have int count, int count. In the count equal to object reader. So we can start read object reader dot read line. See, dot read line. You know, the object reader, as you can see here, by using the line 31, I link this object with my file. So this is already a link to this file, then I can start to read lines. So use calling on this object dot read line. I'm reading that code and put into this array. So the first one is here, the point of sales registration register. Okay, so that is this one, point of sales, which is string. That is why you can see the name string inventory items. So we read that point of sales registration register. The next one is still will be a string. String items ID. So actually in the book it should be lowercase, but here I use a string ID. So as long as you match the previous definition, it should be fine. Okay. So I have a string items ID int count is equal to, again, object reader. You read from the lowercase object reader dot read line. So I'm gonna read the next line. So this is a string type, because if you look at my txt file, as you can see, what is in txt file, A101. So that is the second one, which is to here. Okay, the item ID you read from here. I have two more. The other two, if you see the file, 599.99, that is a decimal. The other one is 1. So this is 2 as a group. This is 4 as a group. So you put it in the loop. Okay, so we have this one. I want to make sure we share the same window. Because last time when I prepare a review for my other class, I forgot to switch back. So, you know, like 30 minutes, people could not see anything, could not see the right window. So we have the decimal, initial price, int count. Again, we call object reader dot read line. The last one is an integer. So you actually it's not this easy. I have to call this, whatever you read is a string, so you have to convert. So convert dot to decimal. Then we put everything here inside of my. That's it. See how easy it is. Because that's you, whatever you know, whatever you type, see that is a string, right? So you string convert to a decimal, read line. Same thing. Next one will be convert to integer, to int 32. So int quantity int count equal to, again, convert dot to int And we do the same thing, object read dot read line. So you see, if you want to read the line, you have to use the read line. If you write, you use the write line, right? And also, if you use do while, then you have to worry about the index. You have to remember update index in the loop body. So that's why you have the next line, int count plus equal 0, plus equal 1. So plus equal 1 means int count equal to int count plus 1. We finish the loop. So I'm going to get rid of this empty space. So we have the loop. Then the next one is you're going to close the thing. So after loop, then we do the object reader dot close. So after you finish, okay, you can see if we have this file, then we open this using this variable. So we can link this object with this, because you know what is this object? Where's object? It's as IO stream reader. So that is a stream reader, a special object stream reader. That is why the stream reader can do object reader dot read line. Okay. Now after we finish looping, the next part is we're going to close this file. So we do object reader dot close. Oh, sorry, not close. Then we're gonna have to we have to use another loop to put the inventory, add the items inside of our list box. So after we read, we have to put those items into our list box of our user interface. We have to link this to here. Whatever we read, we put it in this place. This year, value, etc. So under that, so we're gonna have to type the uppercase N, the list box object is filled with the inventory IDs. So we are going to, whatever we have from here, after we read, we have an array. So we're gonna put this array into our list box. So when you run this screen, you're supposed to see that. So we're gonna have to do this, the IDs. So we do use a for loop. For, we start from int file equal to 0. So this is like so this int file we use as a loop control counter, okay, from 0 to this is string ID, string items ID, my dot length, how many of this dot length, -1. Why is -1? Because keep in mind, if I have the element number and the index number is different. Index number from 0, start from 0, and the element number start from 1. So that is why, how many elements you have, then the index number is an element number -1. So that is. So if I have 10 elements, then in the end, my last index should be 9, from 0 to 9. That is why it's 10 -1, length -1. For the other loop, we just do one action. We put that inside of our list box. So list box, list inventory ID. The good thing is, for everything you display on your user interface, they are all string type. But here it's already, string ID, item IDs, they are also string types. You don't have to convert from one place to another, from one type to another. So this, that's easier. So list inventory ID dot items dot add. So as you say, you might ask why we have the dot item dot ID. But it's also an existing function if we handle collections. if I handle collections array list, a list, you always have dot item dot add. It is not first time we see that. Previously, we see the items dot add already. So we're gonna add that, string item int file. So it's ready. So we just do this. So we keep looping. We keep adding that inside. So later on, as you can see, we read these 4 arrays from the file. So we are going to do that for the other list box also. Okay. So after you have data from the data file, existing outside data files, now you can put this, link this to your list box, put them inside. So list inventory ID dot items dot add. So after done that, okay. So those are all, actually all of this, they are based on this file exists. The next time, the next part is what if it's not exist? If it not exist, we do the else part. So after the next, we do the else. Else, if I don't have these files, I'm gonna have a message box, have the error message, display the error message, and close the window. Bless you. Yes. So we have else. So we do the else part. Now, which means io.file.exist is not true. Why is not true? Because you might not have this file. If you don't have this file in this location, string d inventory.txt, then I will have error message show you, and I'm going to close the window, close the user interface. That so not here, right here, the message box. The message box, the error message you already put as a variable string file name. So the error message will show you this message. So you can copy and paste it right here. Oh, what's wrong with this? I should, I'm gonna just type. It didn't allow me to copy and paste it. I'll just type it, not allow. File name, file error. Comma, message box, you have 3 items, right? The string you display on the window, then empty space, you can have some symbols or not. Here we don't have a symbol. Then we have the title on this message box, which is error message, error. And then we close this, close again. And if, so we finish this sub. Now we finish this loading. This is when you load the program. When you load the file, it will access your existing data files, and you read from files by using the io.stream, io.object_reader.readline, open text, etc. Now we go to the line 50 and we click enter. So we're gonna add another one for button calculation. So we'll go back to the user interface. So basically it's for this button. So I can just double click. So I will have this one. It's called a button calculation depreciation. Click to this one. So we're gonna type this one, do the calculation. So we might be able to finish this small program today. Okay, so this means small function, sub function today, because we do have a long way to go. We do have a long way to go. It's a long one, unfortunately. Good thing is next Monday, I'm not going to cover PowerPoint, just straight typing. Okay. So if you finish this one with me, I'll give you extra 10 points for your grades. Okay. Calculate. depreciation. Click one click event. Cause the depreciation sub procedure. Then we first declare variables. Try to save it. I also, maybe in the summer, you're thinking to change your computer. If you try to, change your computer in the summer, please consider a regular PC, okay? Because a regular PC was, avoid a lot of trouble in your computer programming study, okay? Because everybody, Microsoft control everything, right? Most of the content products, they are from Microsoft. And also if you work for outside companies, a lot of companies use Visual Studio. They are not using other program, okay? So think about PC. I think PC is cheaper. For this computer, this is $500. But if you have a Mac computer, it costs you $1,000. It's like half price. In selected, okay, we declare a variable. It's like a select items ID. Items ID as integer. So we can use this as the index number. Then we have mention string missing selection. What error message? So this one will store error message as string. We have an error message missing selection. Next one, define another variable, another error message. So you have three error messages here. String selection, select depreciation error. Oh, this is a long one. So maybe later on we can copy and paste instead of type. It's like three words together. Select depreciation. So error message. We have one more error message. Also, by the way, if you stay here in the next semester, please try to register class before August, because after August they will cancel the class. Like the beginning of August, if they say there's some classes they don't have anybody enroll, they will they'll cancel the section. And if they in the middle of August, if they have like less than 5 people in the class, they will cancel the class. So in order to have your own class, whatever you want to take, not cancel, available, please register early instead of waiting for the last minute. So if you wait for the last minute, the course might be canceled. Okay, so you start to think about which course you want to take, because everything is online now. So all the full schedule is online. So Randy, are you gonna stay here for next semester? Are you gonna stay here for the next semester?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can think about which class you're gonna take. I think Peter will leave, right? Peter, are you gonna?
I'm going to New Paltz in August.
Oh, good for you. At least
Computer science.
New Paltz is like 40 minutes away, right?
Yeah, it's
So
not a bad drive.
So you can just stay home.
Yeah, it's like,
Depending on where you live. I don't know where you live exactly.
so, like 50 minutes.
Yeah, it's like 55 minutes.
The New Paltz is good. I mean, like you can live at home, so you don't have to pay the dorm.
Oh, I'm staying there.
You're dorming?
How much is the dorming? It's
Like
cost.
4K.
I have no clue.
I tell you,
My
it's too
girlfriend pays
expensive.
4,000 every semester for dorming.
Is she in a suite or in a dorm?
Where do you go?
Hmm?
Where do you go?
No, my girlfriend goes to New Paltz.
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
okay. So she stay home, right?
No, she dorms too, but she's not dorming next semester. So
Oh, okay. Because you can see right now, everything like the price all going up. Maybe you should just stay home to save some money for your parents.
yeah,
Seriously. But I heard that the New York government will give you guys money. So like if it's like above 3 years old, if you're a student, they give you $340 for every month for the food stamp for everybody. I mean, if you qualify, they give you money. Yeah, I think it's like a new policy that just come out this Monday. So for everybody who stay in the school, I'm not sure about college student, but I'm not sure. I'm sure it's like for the pre-K and the elementary students, they all have $345 per month at food stamp. They give you a card because it's right now. If you go to the supermarket, you can see everything is going up. So you declare the variable here, and then we have if the list box. Oh, so if you live in Sloatsburg, that is like just go through the Route 17, you can go to New Paltz, right?
you have to get there's a toll.
I know.
There's a road you can take to avoid it, but it's 20 minutes longer.
Oh,
No.
so if this box selected, if we select the right box, then we're gonna call function procedure. So even if you don't take class in here in the summer, you might go online. There's so many like a small training program available. So don't waste your time, especially you're a computer science student. So make yourself fully prepared. They have so many programs like free, like a program to offer a certificate so you can study. I mean, learn something to benefit your life. You can have Amazon have something, so some course available for you, and also the Coursera have some free course available for you, and also something else like Google. Okay, so I'm gonna send you guys a link through course announcement just in case if you want to learn something in the summer and you don't want to pay anything, you can. There's a lot of choices because I do, search for the free training things. You can always keep learning. If you want to be a computer programmer, you have to learn. Even if you're 60 years old, you still have to keep learning because the technology change. So if you're interested, I'm gonna send you guys a link so you can keep yourself busy. Not really busy, you spend like maybe 1 hour, 2 hours per day. You're gonna learn something, and you can have a certificate that will benefit your life in the future. So if the list of inventory ID, which is the first one, dot select list, select index. If we have this index selected, select something. If it's larger or equal to 0, then we do this action. Int select item ID equal to, we're gonna list, have this list box linked together. List inventory ID dot selected index. Okay, so we list this together, and we have if else statements again. Now, if we select, if radio button also selected, the radio straight line, we have this. Did I type this RAD straight line? So how come I don't have that straight? Maybe I didn't define that straight line.
There's no radio button.
Is it not checked? Okay. That okay. Wait a second. So we did not define that radio button. What is that? What is this? Wait a second. So what is this radio button here? What is the name? Oh, did I think I forgot to have the index number. I mean, radio button here. It's supposed to have an index number. I mean, oh, it's supposed to have. I'm sorry, I forgot to have the index. Okay, let's put it here. So back to the radio user interface. I did not do that. I'm sorry about this. So we go back to the user interface. So we go to the radio button here. As you can see, it does take a lot of time. So maybe I should spend at least 3 weeks to cover chapter 8 in the future. So the radio button R, radio button right here. We stretch, go to here. We have 2 radio buttons here. This is button 1. There's another button, 2 buttons here. This button 2. Okay, we have 2 buttons. Now after I drag 2 buttons here, we are going to add the name, put the name here. So the first one, I'm going to change the name. Is RAD straight line. Okay, RAD straight line. As you know, so that is the name. So now we have the name, we define the same. So in your coding part, now you should not have underlines. Now after we have the name change, then we have to change the text. The text should be straight line.
Nothing showing up in my toolbox.
There's a radio, it's called radio button right here. Right here on the R, right here.
Sometimes I have to like skip over it.
Under the B, it should be there. Toolbox.
Nothing showing.
We go to the view, have the toolbox open, fully open the toolbox. You drag it. Why you make a general? So go to here. In the middle, so you can your line can be like an up and down. Click this right
I
here.
see one opening.
No. Why you have, let me see. Not drag it down. Why toolbox? Away. Close, close, close. One. Okay. So is this always like this before?
No, usually it works.
Okay. It's 1:30 and
How come we don't have it?
Weird flex, but okay. It's maybe time. Oh, really? It's fine.
you see Dr. Strange this week?
No.
Alright, so- Hey, what is wrong with your file? Wow.
So you should probably just save it and restart Visual Basic.
Just close up the toolbox. And open
Because
it.
his computer is a Mac,
Yeah, but he's running Windows on it.
right? So don't worry, I'll wait till you, we have time. Okay. So I'm gonna stop right here, so we can continue the next class. I don't want to spend, again, so next week, if you want to do your final project, you can go ahead do your final project. If you want to do the project with me, you can go ahead with me. So if you finish chapter 8 with me, I'll give you extra 10 points for your final grade.
Hey, it's showing back up now.
Okay, great. Huh? No, still same thing?
No, it showed up. It's good
Oh,
now.
great. Oh, great, great.
Did you create my final project?
You want to have 100, right? That's fine. As long as you have everything, I give 100. I think
No,
I
but
gave him 100 already.
I want, see, last time I got 120 for the midterm. I want